It is Sunday, July 31st, 2022, and on this week's special edition of SofaTime, I'm going to tell you a story about Strasbourg. It really is Sunday right now. It's Sunday morning for me. We just arrived here in the city of Strasbourg, which is on the border to Germany and France, on the Rhine River. Surprise, surprise, I'm not on the Rhine River cruise. I'm on a Rhine River cruise. I tell you all about that and how that happened in the second vlog coming from the daily vlogs. I already uploaded the first vlog, so you can check for that in my library. And I wanted to just make a sofa time for you really quickly so you have something to watch on this Sunday. I'm going to try to do it all in one take so I don't have to edit it and upload it, so I can upload it quickly. And I'm going to be uploading it with the ship's Wi-Fi. The ship's Wi-Fi is super fast and it's included in the price of the cruise. This has been a really great experience so far, people. Everything is included, the Wi-Fi is included, and it's really fast. Yesterday I took a bike, the bikes are included, took a bike, rode like 8 kilometers along the river to go to a lake to go swimming, which was really fantastic because it's been in the high 80s here, and when you're walking around all day, sometimes you just want to cool down and go swimming, and having a bike at my disposal was fantastic. Included in the price of the cruise, drinks, cocktails, beer, wine, all included, minibar included, all the food included. This has been a really great experience so far, and you'll be, hearing more about it in the daily vlogs. Once again, I'm not sponsored by this cruise line. They have not invited me to be here. All my opinions are purely my own, as they always are on the very unofficial travel guides, and so don't want you to think that I'm like being paid to say that. It's been really great, and I would definitely cruise with this cruise line again. I can see it happening in the near future, and I just realized the sun is making me all sparkly. Not only is the MS Viva Tiara sparkly today, I am too. I'm gonna move over here. Well, now you see the sparkling in the back, but whatever. All right, here's my story about Strasbourg. About 23 years ago now. Oh my gosh. 23 years ago now, I was living in Stuttgart. I was performing with the European tour, basically, of Miss Saigon, the musical. And my brother came to visit me, and we did a small road trip. We rented a car, which is, gosh, that was, you don't do a road trip in Europe. Just take the train. Take the train everywhere. It's so much easier, and you have more time to talk and so much less stress. I can't believe we rented a car. Anyways, sorry, just had breakfast, got Nutella stuck in my throat. We rented a car and drove to a couple cities, Strasbourg being one of them. Now, my brother had French in high school, I think, and maybe college, but as a lot of you know, studying a foreign language and then never using it, it disappears from your head quickly. It's just like me. I used to be able to speak Spanish. Well, I lived in Uruguay for a while, and I spoke Spanish when I was living there. And don't ask me to have a conversation in Spanish now. I can, I might be able to order food and a couple simple phrases, but it's all gone. If you don't use it, it's gone. So anyways, my brother just spoke a tiny little bit of French, and I spoke no French other than how to say, I'm sorry, I don't speak French. But at the time, I was already pretty fluent in German, even though I had only lived here for about a year at that time. So I figured, because Strasbourg is right on the border to Germany, it's like literally the other side of the river right here that I'm looking at, that's Germany, and then this side is France. I figured most of the people who live here are going to be able to understand German or speak some kind of German. I figured they must learn German in school, but apparently I was wrong. And here's how the story goes. My brother and I went into a restaurant for, I think it was lunch. I can't remember the name of the restaurant. I can't remember where it was. I think it was really close to our hotel. And we sat down, and I did what I always do when the server came, when I'm in a foreign country. I always learn how to say, I'm very sorry, I don't speak, insert language here. Can you speak English or German? I mean, when I'm in like Tokyo, I don't ask people if they can speak German. Then I just ask if they can speak English. And this waitress, Miss Thing, said no. And I thought, okay, she doesn't understand English or German. I mean, I'm in France. It's my bad that I don't speak the language here. And I had a question about something on the menu, as I often do, because there's a lot of things I don't like to eat, including meat and fish. And I was trying to ask this question to her, and she just was not having it. I tried to ask her in English. She just kept doing this. No, no. And then I asked her in German, and she, no, no. So I started looking for something else on the menu, and my brother tried to order in French. Excuse me. My brother tried to order in French, and she also was just being sassy, and she's like, no, you know, speaking in a annoyed French tone at us, and we also couldn't understand what she was saying. And I think my brother then finally just pointed at what he wanted on the menu. Then it was my turn to order, and I had another question again, and I asked her first in English, and she was getting so frustrated. And then I asked her in German, figuring she must understand some German. She grew up here, like right on the other side of the river. And at that point she said, in a pretty good English dialect or English pronunciation, I already told you I don't speak German. That's interesting, because you also said you don't speak English, but that sounded pretty good. So anyways, that is my story about Strasbourg. Just a small story. The video is already 7 minutes long. I'm going to cut it short here. If you've ever had an experience like that, where you've been in a place where you haven't spoken the language, and then there was some kind of misunderstanding or difficult situation, let's talk about it in the comments. I like to read your stories. I like to hear that I'm not the only person that happens to, and this server, she definitely could speak English. I mean, everybody here in Europe has English in school, starting in like 4th grade up until they graduate. So just about everybody here can at least understand a little bit of English, even if they can't and don't speak it very often. Just my little tip for you. And this woman was just, she was just not having it, you know, which I guess is her choice as well. But if she's not interested in using her English knowledge to speak with tourists, then maybe she shouldn't be working in a restaurant on the touristy street in Strasbourg. How does that sound? All right, everybody, I gotta get going to the, I booked an excursion today. It's the only port that I did book an excursion, so video will be coming about that as well. Let me give you a little view outside of the cabin at the sun here on the Rhine River. I don't know why my hand's so shaky all of a sudden. Maybe too much decaf coffee. As you know, I'm in this cabin that is right at the water level, so I can't open the windows, but it's been kind of cool to be, you don't usually see a river at this level, and then when the other ships go by, you're kind of like looking up at them. It's kind of cool. I do wish I could open the window, but that's a discussion for another video. All right, thanks for spending this part of your Sunday with me, and I'm in Strasbourg. Bye-bye, or au revoir.